This week's edition of Speak On It with the Keenan Boys. This is episode 4. I am Trevor Keenan with my brother,
Jake Keenan.
And we are the hosts of the show. So we'll get right into the intro. How was your week?
Not bad. There was a minor outbreak at our center. There's only one. I think there's only one person that tested positive, but everyone. I'm not.
Adult,
not that I
sure.
know,
Okay.
and not that I should disclose that information.
Gotcha.
But everyone else in the room has been tested, and everyone's COVID negative, which is really good. I'm COVID negative myself, so
That's what's up.
I got 2 weeks to kick it, chill,
And get paid.
get paid. Yeah,
That's what's up.
Yeah, formulate ideas.
That's good. That's always good.
And they sent me an email for the 2 weeks so I can make up a bunch of hours if I want to, or like get paid.
Or just get paid more money to stay home.
Yeah, I can get paid for professional development hours.
Nice.
So actually doing assignments to better myself in the center.
That's cool.
How was your week?
Week was pretty good. It was a pretty independent week. Most of the guys that I went down to Detroit with, we were all kind of just doing our working either with one other person or like kind of by ourselves all week. Which for me, I prefer to do it that way just because I'm such a on everything on me type of guy. I like the fact that if I did this thing and it's messed up, I'm the only guy that messed it up, and I also like the fact that if I did this thing and it's right, I'm the only guy that did it right. I'm the only guy that did that. So I take all praise and all punishment is kind of the way I like to do work.
I like working to myself too.
Yeah, so it was a good pace and a good work week for me. Again, still just going down to Detroit, doing my thing. Bars are opening back up. I actually just got an email from my other employer, and I will be bartending downtown Saturday nights again.
Oh,
so
that's fun.
Yeah, so I'll probably be down there this week, the weekend of the 1st, which would be next week, and then I'll on Saturday, and then I'll probably. I don't know if I'll be there next week just because that'll be birthday weekend next week, the week after. So,
got any plans for your birthday?
I think I'll probably end up going to the same bar I work at, and just not working. But yeah, because they take care of me there. The guys are good to me. So yeah,
real relaxing.
So yeah, it was a pretty good week for me.
So as you know, we talked about it the other day, but not too much. Ben Askren Jake Paul accepted the challenge to fight Ben Askren on April 17th.
Yes.
How do you feel about it? How do you feel like it's gonna go? How do you feel about in general?
My personal opinion is one of them. Okay, I understand what happened with Jorge Masvidal, but one of them was a professional mixed martial artist. Arguably some of the worst hands.
Yeah,
in mixed martial arts, but that's like saying he's the
slowest Olympian.
That's like saying he's the shortest giant.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the shortest giant? Well, how short is he? He's 13 feet. Oh, you mean he's taller than the rest of you that are talking ish? Please be quiet. So in my personal opinion, no, I don't believe that Jake has a spitting chance. But if he does end up winning, and mind you, very sissy of him to only call out and strictly be like, I only want to box. Why are you calling me out to box? Let's do MMA. You so bad, let's see how you are when a kick's coming at your way. Let's see what happens when somebody like Ben Askren picks you up and slams you on your neck, because we know that you were a high school wrestler and you were not good. His brother was decent, but he wasn't good. So you already know that you'd lose in a wrestling match. So you're restricting it to strictly the just hands. You're not even allowing somebody to use knees, Muay Thai clinch. It seems like a very sissy route to me. What's your personal feeling on the fight, and also just my perspective of why he won't call out MMA people in MMA?
Well, yeah, those are two great questions. I definitely think that him accepting Ben Askren as his validation that he can beat up an MMA fighter is kind of sissified bullshit. Nothing completely against Ben Askren, but when I reviewed his fights, he was never a striker. He never alluded to being a striker. He never said he was a striker. He does decent ground and pound because he's a good wrestler, and you can throw whatever type of punch at a person on the ground, and I'll say you have a 75% chance of landing it if you're dominating grappling.
Right.
So I think he picked the worst striker that was in the UFC to validate his striking against an MMA fighter, which is definitely like a weak move. Like pick Nate, like you were saying the other day, pick Nate Diaz.
Pick somebody
Nick Diaz.
Pick somebody that'll really go up there and smack you.
Yeah, pick someone that has
like,
hands. Pick Ben Askren.
Talk that sideways stuff to Stylebender.
Yeah, you said that
they're pretty close to the same weight. I'm pretty sure.
You said that. Yeah, Ben Askren created funk wrestling.
He is one of the, if not the creator of funk wrestling.
So
so his
if you're gonna
positioning
validate
dominance
your
is
fighting
ridiculous.
again, if you're gonna validate your fighting and cherry pick a person, your fighting capabilities and pick a person, if you were to pick Ben Askren, you should have had a grappling match.
Yes,
that would
I
validate
agree.
you in my eyes.
I agree.
That would make you less of a weak human.
That
being.
would make you look like a bad dude.
Yeah.
To me, you would look like a savage. Like if you were like, you know what? He's a NCAA champion. He's da-da-da.
Let me grapple.
Let's wrestle. Let's wrestle three rounds, 2 minutes, regular freestyle style. And if you're over there,
or whatever style wrestling.
whatever, yeah, okay, sure, that's even cool. That's fair. Even judo, you know what I mean? But like you're taking,
you're cherry picking the worst. I don't want to say the worst person for this, but you're cherry picking the worst person that was in the UFC with like hands wise to validate your hands. So that's kind of weak in my eyes. And secondly, what was your second question?
How do you feel about the way that he's calling out people like Ben Askren and Conor McGregor, but he won't call them out in mixed martial arts, which we all know and we all can agree upon because it's just simple math that having more limbs and more ways to stop a individual would make it the more difficult and the more technical sport. So why won't he call individuals out in MMA? That would make him the baddest fighter.
Well, it probably is a misguided opinion. I think that boxing is, while it is a really great fighting sport, I think that it is the least fighting of all the fighting sports because in a real fight, if you decide to hug me, I'm gonna throw you. That's not allowed in boxing. If I'm out striking you and I'm getting leverage and you grab me and you're holding on for dear life for someone to break it up and reset us and for the end of the round to happen, I think it's weak. I think that boxing as a sport is a lot more glorified as a fighting sport rather than being a point sport. And hey, it's just
it is a point sport.
Well, everyone likes to validate, like Floyd Mayweather, he's one of the best fighters of all time. I don't think he is.
Well, and he's not by the sentence that you said. Yeah. He is not one of the best fighters of all time. He is one of the best boxers of all time.
I think that being a boxer
and being a straight fighter are two different things.
Yeah, they're two different things.
I totally agree.
And you can't validate yourself as a fighter if you're only choosing boxing.
I totally agree.
Because, there's so many things that you handicap the other person with that might be a great fighter because it's like, well, if I do Philly style, I'm not landing any points.
Because I'm punching you in the arm.
Yeah. And, if I hit just like a leg kick, if someone leg kicks you in the arm and you do this, they could snap something. And then that's a significant strike. But boxing just doesn't accommodate for people that are good fighters all around.
And this stuff that he's saying has been valid. Like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I have fought in countless people that were boxers growing up, that were Golden Glove boxers, that had whatever plaques, trophies, whatever type crap. And some of them fights, I don't think I've lost any of those fights. There was fights that I had that ended in a draw with those with boxers, and there was fights where I dominated those dudes, and not even by wrestling.
Yeah.
Because like he's saying, boxing is a point sport. So when you're getting taught how to throw and you're only you're learning it from the perspective of I'm trying to learn points, and we get in the street and I throw some overhand that you're just not, because people ain't trying to throw like that and gloves aren't the same, you know what I mean? And I connect. And that's one thing too, like in the fights that I've been in versus like boxers and stuff like that, you can't teach power.
Yeah.
So if you got somebody that's a wrestler and he don't know how to throw a punch and live in hell, but he evades you enough times and he connects once, power is power.
Yeah.
Francis Ngannou didn't learn how to throw a punch that ends people when it touches him. That's just a gift.
Yeah, it's like
Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson didn't learn how to have power like that. He learned how to be a phenomenal fighter, but my point, like, certain people that, like, you can ask many people, you don't learn power in boxing. You either or in striking. You either have power or you don't. And that's not something that you get through boxing. So it's hard to say that you're really getting enough to help you out in the street by being a dominant now obviously if you're Roy Jones and you're in a street fight, that's a little different, right?
Like, I'm not trying to devalidate boxers or boxing in general. I'm just saying, if you are saying that you can beat someone's ass in a fight and you challenge them to a handicapped fight, you can't beat their ass in a fight. You can beat them in boxing. Hey, you want to challenge me to tennis? If I practice tennis for weeks and you're like, oh man, I'm the baddest cat out here, I'm like, I challenge you to a tennis match.
Doesn't make me a bad motherfucker because I outserved you. No, yeah. Throw these hands or don't.
Yeah, it's like you're validating a blanket statement by putting it in like a niche category and revising it so you can win.
Yeah.
So like I think that's weak. If you want to say that you're the strongest man in the world, then challenge the other strong men at what they're good
Don't
at.
say you're the strongest man in the world because you skip rocks. So you skip rocks over a pond better than everybody else. That has no, you know what I mean? It has no. It's a completely different thing. Like, so we're in agreement that that's a little bit soft of him to be calling out MMA fighters.
And
if you're
cherry picking, like an anime that we like to watch is Baki, and it's one of those things where it's the baddest dude in the anime never gets to cherry pick who he fights.
They fight when, where, anytime.
Anytime, any condition.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Weapons, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
now, obviously, I'm not saying that they need
to.
I'm not saying that they need to go in there with Ginsu swords and just cut each other up.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, exactly what he's saying. You say you're the baddest. Well, let's do it. Let's do it old school UFC style. I don't care what your style is. Don't ask me mine. Just we'll find out who the winner is because one of us will be woken up and one of us will be walking away.
Yeah, and that's
the old school way to do it.
And I just think that cherry picking does a disservice to every fighting sport, because in real life you don't get to cherry pick when you walk with your chest out and start saying like outlandish statements like I'm the best in the world. No one can stop me. Well, there's a line of somebodies that are going to show up.
They're going to try.
Yeah, line of somebodies. And if you really want to validate yourself in everyone's eyes, not just the little kids that follow you because you're a fucking weirdo.
And that's how, and I like it that way. Not trying to say like I'm pro-violence, but yeah, that was the way we grew up in school. Like, and I don't ever remember walking around trying to act like the baddest, but I remember, just the fact that like I kept my chest out and kept my head held high. Well, there was always altercations, and you know what? It never usually got past throwing hands because that was the way it was supposed. I've literally had people come up to me and go, "Hey, people say that you're a pretty tough dude. People say I'm a tough dude. Let's fight." And I'm like, "Oh, we don't have you know what I mean? I'm like, we have no problem with each other.
Yeah.
Like, do I have a choice?" They're like, "No, we're fighting," and it's just like, "Oh, I guess this is just what it is." Like,
and I think that's something that's been forgotten, at least our generation, is that a lot of the, I don't want to say intellectuals, but a lot of the people that weren't capable or not privy to the standards that we grew up in, like to forget that, just because you fought someone or competed against someone or that you prove them wrong statement-wise doesn't mean you're their enemy.
No,
it means
most time
real recognize real.
Most time most of those occasions we shook up afterwards, and it was like, oh, there's a new understanding. Some of those times, those fights were just like I said, like, hey, I think you're tough. People think I'm tough. Let's fight. Some of those times there was personal problems, and those I like to say it's like an etch and sketch.
Yeah.
You fill up the etch and sketch to the point where I can't see anything no more. We have to erase it, and once it's shooken off, we start clean slated and shake hands.
Watch Pokemon. Watch Naruto. After Naruto beats someone, after Ash Ketchum beats someone in a gym battle,
Forces him to be his friend.
Yeah, it's like we're friends now.
Yeah,
Why?
we're cool.
Because I don't want to be your enemy.
I don't want to do this again.
It was a good fight.
Yeah, we're
Shake
good.
up, shake up. Now you're part of my crew, and we don't have to have this toxic masculinity going back of, oh man, he belittled me. No, we're both men. I didn't call you lesser for entering this altercation.
You lost the fight. There you go.
If anything, you gain more respect.
You gained respect, lost the fight.
By holding your head up high after someone defeated you or proved you wrong. Whatever.
Right.
Like, I just think that if he wants my respect, not that it's worth anything to him, like,
right.
You should definitely challenge people in a way that's fair to the other people, not just in a way that you can win, because that's a very bogue thing to do.
Yeah, don't quit calling out basketball players and whatnot. Like, you want to say that you're a fighter, go fight a real boxer and call out a boxer, or quit calling out MMA people until you want to step in an octagon. Because you don't want to step in an octagon. You'll get choked out by a 10-year-old anywhere.
Yeah, like, I'm not I'm not going to validate myself being the strongest man in the world by fighting Bobby Fischer.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not cool.
All right, we're on a little tangent there. That's all right, though.
I enjoyed it, though.
So we got a new little segment.
Yeah, a little segment. If it works, we'll keep with it. If it doesn't work, we'll scrap it. But I thought it'd be fun. So, just in your opinion, I've been seeing little bit of a story before. I've been seeing a lot of like talk on pages of Facebook about everyone saying Vegeta's the way better character and
Vegeta's trash.
In Dragon Ball Z, he has
Vegeta's
way more
trash.
Development. He's way cooler on his own accord. And
he's also trash.
Yeah.
He's a crybaby ass bitch.
Yeah.
I've never been a Vegeta fan. I'm going off. I'm taking a little tangent.
That's
It
fine.
is what it is. I'm tired of them type of dudes that are like, actually, Vegeta's a tough one. Really? Really? Why you keep getting his ass whipped by the main character then? That's crazy, son.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you could get your ass beat all the time, and then you're just like, I mean, you got your lips all puckered like you smell booty hole. Like, he ain't really that tough. He ain't.
If he couldn't go Ultra Instinct,
He ain't that tough? Okay, Jake Paul. Quit talking that shit. You get your ass beat all the time. Vegeta Paul. You quit it. You're sick of these people. And another thing. What is up with your hairline? What is those? Like, why do you got a unicorn tip in the middle of your head for a hairline?
repping McDonald's.
What are you, ba-da-ba-ba-ba? Not loving it. Not feeling it at all. I'm tired of people being like Vegeta's the cooler character. No, he's not. He's always sucked. He will always be number one loser. He will be the number one loser in anime till the day of the anime doesn't exist anymore. I'm sorry to tell people he's trash. And to prove that he's trash, he used to have the flashbang as one of his fucking
Final
moves.
Flash.
You
Self-destruct.
You got a flashlight. You wonder why you second? Because you got a flashlight and he shoots a laser beam from his hands. You buns, son. Just admit that you buns. It's cool that you're with the best guy, one of the best people in all of anime, period. One of the strongest characters in all of anime, period. Just accept being on the winning team. Quit trying to be like a selfish ass.
Yeah.
You suck. It is what it is. Hey, hand him a Gatorade. Get your championship ring.
Yeah, I feel that.
Quit being ungrateful.
But besides the point, I was just wondering, and we're going to list off some characters, maybe make a little baby argument, not try and take too much time, because we're going to use this later on. Who do you think, in your head, if you can come up with some names, and I'll list them off before, so you won't have to repeat yourself, who do you think are the best co-main characters in animated series?
Okay.
I'm going to say some names, just get them out.
And we are
there.
doing animated periods.
Yeah.
So that is not just privy to like fighting type anime, stuff like that.
So we have Vegeta, obviously there's an argument against him. There's Al, the suit of armor from Full Metal Alchemist.
Ooh, Al's good.
Killua from Hunter x Hunter.
Killua.
Yeah, Killua. Morty
one of
from
them.
Rick and Morty. Gotta throw Morts in there. Patrick Star from SpongeBob.
He's one of the higher ranked seeds.
L from Death Note. That guy likes candy and sweets and stuff. He hunts down Light Yagami.
Okay.
He never gives out his name till Light figures it out. Sasuke from Naruto.
He's in there.
There's Alucard, which is Dracula backwards from the Castlevania series.
Okay.
He is also in video games. Suzaku from Code Geass, my favorite anime of all time. It's basically they pilot mech suits and whatnot, and there's huge government conspiracies, and it's fun as hell.
Okay.
Bakugo from My Hero Academia. He has the explosions out of his hands. Zoro from One Piece. Don't really watch One Piece, but I know a lot of people who watch anime are hooked on it. Gene from Bob's Burgers. Lilo. Shout out to Richard for putting these two out there. And Bobby from King of the Hill.
That's a good one too. I want to include a couple.
Yeah, and I think that we should open the gates to other characters and stuff previously said, because...
So one that comes right to mind is Joey Wheeler.
Joey, yes, I
forgetting about Joey.
Dude, I had him in my head.
Forgetting about Joey.
Joey.
It's your boy, young Joey. I'm also thinking about the robot dude from One Punch.
Oh, the android One Punch.
Yeah.
I'll write his name. I'll write android.
What's another one that was coming to my head while you were talking? Oh, let me think. God, there's so many good, like...
I think that we can make an argument that Piccolo can be in Dragon.
Piccolo could be.
You have to take a section of Dragon Ball
Piccolo could be, but I don't think we can put him in there.
Okay, he's not worth it.
I don't think we can put him in there. Not that he's not worth it, because honestly, in my opinion, he's more worthy, in my opinion, than Vegeta, because I like him more. But I don't think that. I think we have to stick with it being like the mains, or else we could kind of we could have 7 different people for every anime.
I know that Naruto's team has fluctuated. Is there any other like team members in Naruto you want to throw in there other than Sasuke?
No. I think I'm gonna try to stick to strictly main character sides.
Okay.
What was another one that I was thinking of? What's some animes that I was watching? I mean,
do you want to include?
Oh, what's her name? Oh, I forgot her name from it's the anime where they go to the game world. Life Point Zero or something. What is it?
Is it Ri?
Yeah, that's her name. Ri or Ren, something like that. She's a beast. Ren. She's like one of the smartest people, like, period type thing.
Ri Zero.
Yeah, she's pretty beast. What's some like funnier anime stuff?
Ooh, so some funny animes. Yikes! I kind of want to put Jelly Jiggler from Bobobo.
I don't know what that is.
Bobobo?
Never.
I'll put Jelly Jiggler.
I'll put Jelly Jiggler.
Because that's just a great ass name.
I'm trying to think. I just feel like I watched so many animes that like now I'm just drawing blanks.
Anyone from Seven Deadly you want to put in there?
Who would you say is this?
There's a lot.
Who would you consider is... you'd have to consider Fox.
Fox, Seven Deadly.
Fox would be the one.
I just for Tori's sake, I'm gonna put Tina and
Bob's
Louise.
Burgers.
Yeah. Tina / Bob's Burgers.
Okay, that's probably a good amount.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure there's a ton I'm forgetting.
Yeah, we're gonna brainstorm that.
So how many do you got? Count them off.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Perfect. We're gonna rank them.
Oh, Brock. We forgot Brock from Pokemon.
So we got a wild card.
We'll have Brock and Louise.
Louise from
Bob's Burgers.
We can't have 2 from Bob's Burgers.
Okay.
We'll have to think of one more person then. Fuck.
We can put Misty from Pokemon.
Tails.
Tails from Sonic.
Should we do Tails or Knuckles? Which one would be considered
Tails?
Yeah.
Because Tails always be helping out. Knuckles kind of be a little
bullshit sometimes, yeah.
Sonic.
I can't believe I remembered Sonic.
We got some good ones in here.
Okay. So we're going to rank them off 1 through 20.
Okay.
I think that's what we should do first, and then we should match them up
on a bracket.
Bracket.
And then
we'll do that every week.
Yeah, how we're gonna do it is we're gonna have 2 face-offs a week, and then we're gonna make a finals.
Yep.
You want to rank them right now?
I think on this episode we'll rank them, and then that way next episode we'll have them bracketized.
So, do you want Vegeta to be at 16 just because? Oh wait, 20. You want Vegeta to be at 20?
No, I won't do him that dirty. I'll put him. I think 16's fair.
16 for Vegeta, the Saiyan Prince. Al from Full Metal Alchemist. Well, actually, who's your number 1? Who's your number 1?
Let me check the list.
Because
Killua's up there.
Dang, there's. I'm trying to think of.
Killua,
old Blake. Who's Blake Griffin from Yu Yu Hakusho?
Killua, Patrick. Oh man,
You might
got a couple that are like up there for me.
Here are some big picks.
So okay,
Who's your favorite?
so I've got it down to 2.
Okay.
Killua and Patrick Star.
Okay. I think for the sake of the argument, we can have.
I think I'll put Killua 1
Okay.
only because
He'd be taking hearts.
Patrick can throw hands too, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Patrick has
Because he
thrown
told me
hands.
to.
Patrick,
you told me to.
Patrick has
The
thrown hands.
had the Stewie feet. Coming at
Man,
yeah.
Patrick or Killua.
We can take Killua number 1. I've been watching a lot of Hunter x
And
Hunter.
Patrick like is stretchable and shit too, though. Like he's a star.
He's the best.
All right, okay. I'll put Killua 1. I'm putting Patrick 2.
Give him 1.
You can rank them how you'd like if you want.
I'll condone this.
Killua 1, Pat 2. Patrick Star is out here. If y'all don't know,
Yeah.
you better learn something.
Yeah. Pat, my boy Pat.
Okay, who are you thinking for 3?
3, I kind of want to put. I really want to put Joey Wheeler as 3. I think
I like that.
he's earned that spot.
He after the one incident where him and fucking Tristan bullied Yugi in the very, very beginning, he's been down to scrap. He grabs he be grabbing everybody like this and then getting thrown.
Yeah. He's like, you want to play some drooling monsters?
And he's always like, he always tries to tell him to fight first. He's like, yo, we can fight. And then they're like, we'd rather duel. He's like, I mean, I guess I'll fucking do that.
Isn't he in high school? He's just fighting grown men.
Yeah, this nigga trying to fight everybody. I fucks with Joey.
So I think we should put. I want to put Morbius number 4.
You think so?
I think he has a big enough following right now to where if we rank him any lower, there's going to be an uprising.
Okay, we can put Morty 4, but I feel like respectively then we've got to put Al 5.
Yeah, I was looking at Al.
Because he's also the
He's
most down.
so memorable.
Yeah.
So after that, let's put Brock at 6 because Brock's just like Joey Wheeler.
Wait.
Brock's ride or die.
Fox?
I kind of want. Okay.
Fox then Brock?
I kind of want to put Brock then Fox because Brock, his tenure-wise, he made it through seasons of dealing with.
He did.
Of
Okay,
dealing
we'll
with
put
Ash.
Brock first. We'll put Brock there.
Making food. Brock has a backstory.
Fox makes all the best food.
Brock took care of his dad's kids when his dad was down the road hanging out for
Fox
years.
is avenging the fairy fucking forest and trying to get homeboy the fairy queen back to life.
That's fair. That is fair. But
Whole fairy kingdom, daddy's gym.
no. Brock came along.
Just
Brock is the most selfless Pokemon trainer out there.
No, I will condone 6 there and Fox 7.
I want to put. I really want to see a face-off between
We put
Tina and Jean.
okay.
So
Gene from
Bob's Burgers.
Oh, we got 2 from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, I figured it'd be a disservice not to pick one of the boys. Well, to pick the boy without picking one of the girls because it's hard.
And L is the creature on Death Note, right?
No, that L is the dude that's hunting.
Wouldn't you consider the creature thing to be the secondary character because the Death Note, the kid is the main character?
Kind of, but he's more of the creature's always like a bystander.
Okay.
He's like a bank account for life. like every time Light wants to do some bogue shit,
He can.
he looks at the creature and he's like, I'll sell you half of my life to learn this person's name. And he's like, the creature's like, all right. Thanks.
Okay.
So yeah, the Shinigami, like he could be in there, but I think as a co-main character, L gets so much hype. Like there's still people these days that rave about how sweet L is.
Okay.
And especially after they bring a new character in called M that doesn't do the same.
Okay. How are we feeling about Sasuke? Because he does have shitty Sasuke, and then when he gets older, he's like,
yeah, that's
ride or die.
That was my thing about Sasuke. Is I want it to be a fair argument with Sasuke. If we put Sasuke against Joey straight up, then you can be like, well, how long would it take Sasuke to be Bogue to be cool?
And yeah, I
You want to put him as 8?
I like it at 8.
Okay. So let's look. Tails. Where do you see Tails on the list?
Let me check it again.
We're at 8. We listed a 16.
Personally, I would put. This gets hard.
Yeah, and you know, if you guys have any ideas,
honestly,
for people,
I know you don't. I know
on
you're
it.
not a big fan of him.
Probably. And it's not that I'm big.
I guess I just think his concept is cool.
Yeah,
the
I'm
two
not-
swords plus the sword in the mouth. But actually, if I really think like a little harder at it, I might. It's a personal opinion.
Okay.
I would put Ren.
Ren. Okay. Hi, Cinnamon.
Because she's like the ultimate.
Okay. 1 sec.
Cinnamon, come here.
No. Let's look. Who you want? Who you put on?
She what?
Oh, okay.
Ren. You want Ren?
Yeah, you want Ren?
Okay.
Cinnamon. Which one?
You want Ren? Okay.
Okay. Okay. Cinnamon says Ren.
Yeah, she likes female characters.
Next up, Bobby, King of the Hill.
Yeah, you gotta put Bobby in there. He's a savage.
Bobby.
He's a savage.
Bobby.
He's a savage, dude.
Then I want to put, just for me, I want to put Suzaku. He's
Okay.
the dude's best friend from the beginning. I'm not going to spoil it, but he's basically one of the best mech people around.
Okay. I would say Tails.
Tails at 12. We can add Zoro next.
Okay.
Let's put Jean at 14.
Okay. People are gonna hate this list.
Tina at 15.
We got Vegeta at 16.
Yeah.
People are gonna hate that.
Let's put, I like Android at 17.
I like that. I know so many people that's like their favorite character in all of anime.
I'm surprised you're not talking about old bike guy from One Punch Man, the true hero, the guy with no powers that comes up.
Yeah, he's man, I wish he had more role in there because he's honestly the most thug out of everybody because he knows that he's about to get his ass whooped, and every time he goes out there, he's like,
he's the first dude on the scene.
but these hands though,
He's like, I just saw you kill 45 people, and I don't stand for crime, and it's like.
And then he just punches something in the face. It looks at him and then
Flicks
usually
him.
almost kills him.
It flicks him, and he's like, no, Kamina Rider.
Yeah, he's the beast.
Yeah.
He's
Shout out to Kamino Rider.
Yeah, he's a beast.
So we're at 17, 18. Let's put Bakugo. Because everybody loves him.
Okay.
I would like to preemptively put Jelly Jiggler at 20.
Okay.
Because, you know.
So who gets 19?
So 19 would.
Goes to L.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me look at this one.
I think he's the sleeper at 19. He might make it to the final four just strictly off the fact that he got ranked.
We have 21. Who you got? Throw one in there. We're going to put 21 is Jelly Jiggler. I can't count.
Oh, God.
Who we skip over?
Dude, you know what we should have did?
What?
How many people do we got from Pokemon?
We only have one.
Then we put Pikachu.
Pikachu. At what?
But fuck, Pikachu's gonna come in as a sleeper at one of those. Pikachu's gonna make it to the finals and win because it's got the lowest seed and it's killing it.
Well, we
gotta put it at one of the lower seeds.
Yeah, 22 is 22, and let's put Pikachu at 21. So you can eliminate.
And L gets 19?
Yeah, let's give L 19.
Yep.
19.
Oh man, but okay, how do we do the brackets?
And then 20. So
do we go 1 versus 20?
So we're gonna what we're gonna do is we're gonna rearrange this bracket. I'm definitely gonna have the only thing
I'm gonna reseed it.
The only thing that I'm going to change around here is Gene has to face Tina, first round.
You know what we should do? We should put all the names into a randomizer.
Yeah.
And that's how they get their seed.
And hey, gonna quote Stone Cold Steve Austin. And
hell yeah!
And that's how I see it because I said so.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, I like that.
Randomizer.
We're gonna do a randomizer.
So we will be back next week with the randomizer brackets, and we will discuss our picks. And Cinnamon will also discuss her picks.
Yeah, we'll see if Ren is that high on our tier. Yeah. Phew. All right. I hope you guys like that segment. Yeah,
I think that's a fun segment.
Yeah. So I don't know if you have any information on it, but
I do.
Well, on the stock.
I do.
On what's going on in the stock market.
I believe so.
So, a little bit of a breakdown. So, Wall Street investors decided to inflate GameStop stock and bid it at and AMC stock along with another source of media. And Reddit users caught on to it and thought it would be a good idea to manipulate the big business and buy up a lot of what.
Yeah, they were saying that if you had $50 in GameStop stock, it turned into essentially $400.
Yeah, so what's happening right now is a single share is probably estimated about $500 right now.
Yeah.
So, and what happened is Robinhood pulled it from their thing, and it's an investing app, and restricted buying and selling of it, along with another outlet that did the same thing. And it's kind of bogue because in a general sense, a lot of people that invested in this stuff are lower class people, and it's all these hedge fund endorsers that are pulling the stocks.
Well, see, I heard opposite. I was listening in on some podcasts and stuff, and I heard that some Reddit people, after they had manipulated the stock down, the Reddit people, like the poorer people like us, that were on this Reddit secret site
Reddit
type thing. No, it was something else. I can't remember. It wasn't called that though. It was something else. But regardless, they all bought it up.
Yes.
And made it to where if you had that stock, you got rich instantly.
Yeah. So that's exactly what you're saying. It's the hedge fund people bought it, and then they estimated the value at a higher value. So what this is called is pumping and dumping.
Pump and dump, yeah.
And it is a way to manipulate the market to get the most out of something that is overlooked or dying. But what happened is that when you evaluate something at a certain value, everyone is allowed to get a return at that value to some extent. And so when the Reddit users swarmed it and saw that GameStop was getting the pump and dump treatment, the Wall Street people started freaking the hell out, because now you have this stock that is evaluated at something higher getting bought up by lower class individuals, and now the people that are in the higher class that evaluate it at such a higher value see the stock go up, and they're afraid that since they evaluated it so high for this pump and dump strategy, that a lot of the lower class or not business social people are now making money.
Right. The rich can get richer, but the poor can't get rich.
Yeah, and so Robinhood is getting sued by a bunch of people that are going through the federal government for I think it's financial manipulation or economic manipulation. And it's strictly due to the fact that they closed down all buying and selling of this stuff, but everyone on Wall Street can buy and sell the stock.
Right.
So they basically cut it off to all the people that all the people that should have been making money, so the rich people on Wall Street could kind of cover their asses.
Right.
And they're trying to force it down so people's stock programs auto sell. So as a suggestion right now, if you have your stuff at an auto sale, you should put the cap at 0, right? Because if they plummet it, if they plummet it down, it's only so it can spike back up. They're trying to force people to sell it electronically,
right,
by manipulating the system. So I want your opinion on it. Like, obviously, we said a bunch of words.
I mean, my opinion is just that. Like, it's just the fact that there's not really an opinion to have, unfortunately, on this segment. It's pretty blatant and bold that the rich don't want the poor to make any money. So they don't want us to do what they do on an everyday basis to the stock market. It's just when we do it, it's a problem because we're not supposed to be allowed to get rich. So that's really just my opinion on it. I don't think that I kind of see it black and white. I don't see I don't see myself being able to elaborate on an extensive duration of time on it because it just seems so black and white to me.
Yeah, it's kind of shitty that in a free trade market, you're eliminating free trade to the lower class.
Yeah. And
there was a picture that I saw online about, I think it was in 2016, when there was a protest on Wall Street. A bunch of people, working class people, went to protest Wall Street outside of the big stock exchange. And there's the people's signs, and then there's the traders up top, like an actual picture of these traders with booze and whatnot, taking pictures, laughing and pointing at these people. It's like, what the hell are you gonna do?
Right.
This is an example of what the hell people can do, but why is the government covering your ass? Why are they allowing you to manipulate the lower class even more?
Right.
Just because people are making money off of something that you're doing that was wrong, like, if you're doing the wrong thing, there's always a consequence. Why are you getting a bailout? Why is this not an actual bailout? No one's giving you money, but why are they covering your ass? Like, is there something wrong with people that are new to investing or that can identify that what you're doing is wrong just to make money, making money off of your wrongdoing? Like, if someone's going to make money off of something, shouldn't it be the lower class? Haven't you made enough?
Right.
Can't people in the lower class have the opportunity to make money, to gain assets, like you said? Like,
right.
Are we out of the loop? Are we, like, it's the opportunity that you're taking away from individuals to make money.
Right.
Which is kind of bogue.
Yeah, it is.
It's definitely something we have to keep an eye on. I know that Robinhood is getting a class action lawsuit by a lot of people.
Right.
A bunch of people, because what they did is stock manipulation and restricting free trade.
Yeah.
So, it's bogus hell.
Yeah, it's just bogue. Like I said, there's not really an extensive elaboration I can have. It's just some bogue-ass bullshit.
Yeah.
That's really all it boils down
to. So, there is only one game left in the year.
Still screw Tom Brady.
Still. So, last week we were wrong on both fronts.
Yep.
I
didn't watch very much football this year.
C'est la vie, such is life.
It is what it is.
The Bills lost to the Chiefs 38-24. The Bucks lost to the Saints 30-20. It be how it be.
It be how it be.
So the Chiefs are versing the Bucks, and as of
let's go Patty.
Yeah, let's go Patrick Mahomes. The Bucks are actually the underdogs coming into this. I
can see that.
They're the plus 150 underdogs. So if you bet $100, you will make $150.
I think
the Bucks win.
Is that how that goes?
Yeah, it's percentage wise.
Okay.
And the Chiefs are.
You win $150.
Yeah, because you'll make 100% plus 50% of what your original.
I thought it'd make you 100% of your money back and then the fit. So I thought you'd make $50.
Yeah, if you pay 100, you get 150 back.
So you
You'll make 50,
you said
yeah.
you make $150. You
Yeah.
would make $50.
Yeah, you'll make 50. Sorry.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs are the minus 175 favors.
Gotcha.
So there was no score specific.
When is the Super Bowl? Is it this weekend?
I
mean, not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah, I think it's next weekend.
Okay, maybe I'll put some money on Chiefs.
It'll be next weekend. Go Chiefs, guys.
Go Chiefs.
And this is a rather short sports news section because that's all we got.
Really all we got on that one.
That's all we got on that one.
I feel like we were kind of really extensive on some of our previous ones, so we kind of just wanted to give it just a little splash this week.
Yeah, it's the Super.
We'll elaborate when they actually post Super Bowl, and we can actually have
next week. We'll have some actual news about the sports because it's too far away. But in previous podcasts where we did it, it's the Super Bowl, so like it's hard to skim over everything.
Yeah.
You gotta look over it with a magnifying glass because it's the big news.
Right.
But go Chiefs! Show your support. If you guys have any opinions on how the game's gonna play out or any new news, speak on it.
Speak on it. Let us know.
It's always good to see what other people's opinions are. But if your opinion is go Tom Brady,
then don't speak.
Don't speak on it. So 'tis the season. Love is gonna be in the air. As natural Lansing-born people, there's a couple iconic spots.
Fabiano's.
Yeah, a couple iconic spots. Let's list off some. Hey, if you're watching this and you are completely blank of ideas what to get your significant other or where to take them, we just kind of want to throw some ideas out there, see what's fun, and we definitely want to hear if you got a hidden spot or if you got like ideas that work for you, talk about it. It's our dad has always been, he's the least romantic I've met. He's always attuned to every holiday for the girls and her mom. So
yeah.
So where would you take someone in the mid-Michigan Lansing area?
Nowhere. I ain't got nobody. That's a terrible, stupid holiday of horrendousness.
Okay. But where would you go on your birthday?
But
because it's close?
I guess if I had to take someone.
If someone's taking you out, where do you want to go?
I'm just playing about my sourness. Honestly, I would go, if I was in Lansing, I would probably either go to Bravo's or I would go to DeLucas or Boston Market.
Any recommended dishes, entrees, or stuff that you...
I'm big on, I feel like for stuff like dates and stuff like that, I feel like pastas and Italian food is just better personally for me. When it's that type of date, like when it's supposed to be the romantic type thing, I just feel like pasta, like a warm sauce, excuse my language, but I feel like Italian food really has, all food has emotion in it, but I feel like Italian food has this different type of love in it, and I feel like Mexican food has this more fun side. Like if I was taking a girl to go to a basketball game later or a football game somewhere, you go get some nachos, some margaritas, you do your thing, you know what I mean? Finish it off with a sopapilla, something but when it's trying to be more romantic, I go for pastas, something in the Italian range because I just feel like that it has a good mood.
Okay, I understand that. Shout out to the Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas does well.
It's a good place. For me, you said Bravo, right?
Bravo is usually a go-to.
My go-to place, and if I want someone to know what I like, I'm gonna take them to.
Take them.
Yeah. Hey, take me. But I would take that person to Clauda. I think Clauda, it's the ambiance that they set up, and on Valentine's Day they give you red kind of red sheet booths. They have tables set out.
Never been there.
The lights are dim. I get their Monte Cristo, which is a fried sandwich that comes with a raspberry compote and some fries, and then they have great shepherd's pie, great desserts. Good. I love carrot cake. But if I was gonna really take someone somewhere, Black Cat Bistro.
Black Cat's good.
Black Cat Bistro. If you can get into Black Cat Bistro,
I ate there every day for 3 months.
There or Yukai. Can never go wrong with Yukai. It's on both sides of town.
Yukai's pretty good too as well. Yeah, I would.
East side, west side.
Fish. I feel like a fish dish, or something in the Italian range is the way to go for that type of stuff.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion. I don't have an answer for as far as like gifts. I don't believe in like getting somebody like a gift on Valentine's Day because newsflash, it is a Hallmark holiday.
Yeah.
So maybe some flowers.
Yeah.
Flowers just to let them know that I understand the day, but like I go all out for things like somebody's birthday.
Yeah.
You know, something personal. You know.
And that was kind of something I wanted to touch on, like, because I do think that on Valentine's Day, flowers are really appropriate, and they can
Flowers and chocolates.
Yeah, flowers, chocolates. I think those are good indicators of how the person is, what kind of person they are. If I get you a bouquet of flowers or some chocolates, or as our dad would do, he got all the girls a box of Fabiano's. Shout out Fabiano's chocolate covered strawberries.
Yeah,
they
best chocolate strawberries.
Yeah, those are all really good gifts. But when it comes down to like, I don't like when people buy jewelry.
I think it's tacky for
it's like buying someone's love. And if you're the type of person, if someone buys you a necklace and you have a better Valentine's Day because of that, just because someone bought you a necklace,
well, I mean, you can get. I don't know. It's just a personal opinion.
I think if you expect something and that like at that amount of gift, it's kind of against the whole entire point of Valentine's Day.
Right.
Like the dinner, some flowers.
Yeah, I agree.
Would be cool.
It's supposed to be a mood.
Yeah. Movie and dinner is always the play. Honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
You make yourself hungry by sitting through a 2-hour movie, and then after that, hey, you want to talk crap about the movie and eat some good ass food, or talk, or say you like the movie.
Yeah.
You say what your favorite part was. Is there anything else you want to add to Valentine's Day?
As two single dudes, I feel like we spent enough time on this topic.
Didn't even put that way, but okay.
I'm just saying.
All right, if you guys have any if you guys have any things that you do or any places around Lansing that you find special to go to on special occasions,
Hit us up.
Yeah.
Let him know. Apparently he's got something special coming soon.
Calm down. Calm down. If the right one don't get you, the left one will. Fire and Fury, whatnot. So I wanted to talk about. Then they just released the games with gold and the PlayStation Plus games this month.
What they released? What are you talking about?
Oh, they released the information for it.
Oh, okay.
So I would like to start with PlayStation Plus because we're both not PlayStation people, and
yeah, we'll probably skim through that because I don't know. I've played. I don't want to say I'm not a PlayStation guy, but I haven't had a PlayStation.
Yeah, we don't have
PlayStation 4. I got rid of in like 2018.
Yeah. So a part of the PlayStation Plus games this month is Control Ultimate Edition. One of my favorite games.
Actually, I've never played it.
It's made by the makers of Alan Wake and Quantum Break. Remedy games. They're huge on story-based games. They kind of do like the Twin Peaks series stuff where it's eerie sci-fi that's kind of quirky. It's really awesome. They're releasing the Ultimate Edition that you can get on PS4 and PS5.
Nice.
So hey, that's a
normal price, $60 or so.
It's free.
Oh, duh.
It's free, but that's over $100 game.
And is this just PlayStation?
Yeah, just PlayStation.
Okay.
Which it fixes what's going on wrong with the game right now, which is if you bought it on a last-gen console, you have to buy it again.
So they solved that problem.
Yeah, they solved that problem for PlayStation.
Nice.
So it's really awesome. If you play PlayStation, get the game.
Okay.
Get the game and thank me later. It's awesome.
Good, huh?
Awesome. It is one of those games that I sat down and finished. Every moment that I had that was free time, boom on the game until I was done.
Okay.
You can you're kind of like a telekinetic detective that goes into a bureau for a bunch of sci-fi anomaly things, and you fight ghosts and paranormal things with a gun that forms into different guns in your hand. It's really badass. I recommend it.
Okay.
The second game for PlayStation Plus is Destruction All Stars. Destruction All Stars is it's a car-based demolition derby game.
Okay.
It has champions in it that have different powers, different cars. You bash into each other. There's free running, whatnot. It's really fun.
It doesn't sound like it's for me.
No,
personally.
it's a new game that's been released just for PlayStation Plus. It's only on PlayStation.
Okay.
It's looked really fun. I watched it. I have a couple notes. There's a free for all mode. There is in-game cosmetics that you can earn / buy, which I'm not a fan of the buying.
Yeah.
But you can earn premium currency later on in the game. They did allude to that. And the third game, which I don't want to kind of make it sound like a bummer, is Concrete Genie. Apparently it has a good story. It's a puzzle-based adventure game where you color a bunch of stuff and solve puzzles. They said, action adventure. It's only available on PlayStation 4, which Destruction All Stars is only available on PlayStation 5. A lot of people said they like it, but it's not my type of game.
Yeah, let's just keep that on the PlayStation side.
Yeah, I think it's an only PlayStation game. So
yeah, let's keep it that way.
So games with gold. What am I getting? What are we getting free this month? So
you got a lot of things.
These are notes.
Oh, okay.
So through February 1st to February 28th, which this is a year that February ends on the 28th, you can get Gears 5 for free.
Okay.
Hey, full story, great multiplayer. It is a series that I hold near and dear to my heart. I remember playing Gears with our dad every game except for the last two.
Yeah.
Third-person shooter, a lot of gore, but that does not skimp on the fact that it has a deep lore that's really fun to follow.
It does have a big
It's
story.
a couch co-op, and there's very few couch co-ops around. You can play it online, but it's a good game to share with family members.
It does have a big story, but I will be the sour. I don't think it's that great. I find the style of shooting to be sissified for me. The whole wall bounce shoot thing. I think that's whack, but if you like it, you like it.
Yeah.
And they do have a huge fan base.
The next game is Resident Evil Remastered. It's the first Resident Evil game, completely
That'll be sweet.
I don't want to say built from the floor up, but it looks way better than the blocky graphics. They added a little bit more story. They redid a couple boss battles. That is available from February 1st to February 28th. So the whole month you can free up space. If you didn't like Gears, take that out, put Resident Evil in there. It's a fun game to play. There is a game that I don't know, and I looked it up last night. The Dura Trials of Fear Edition. That is available February 16th through March 15th. It is a Metroidvania, so that means it's a side-scroller game where like you go through a dungeon and it's completely 2D.
Okay.
A lot of people are into that game. I like those games. If you're into those games too, I recommend it. It's a fun action adventure thing. For just backwards compatibility on they released an Xbox original game.
Okay.
Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. From that one is February 1st to February 15th.
Okay.
It's kind of like a tank control. That's where you walk, you turn, you walk. So
Gotcha.
it's an action adventure game. It's last gen. If you want something nostalgic,
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm just not impressed by any of this. I mean, Gears, I'll give you Gears because it has a fan base, but as far as the other ones, they seem like lackluster titles.
Well, and then you have Lost Planet 2. It is a discontinued game right now. Well, the series is discontinued, but it's an action-adventure shooter. It has a 4-player co-op campaign, customization, you kill aliens, drive mechs. It's really, it's one of the games that's still beautiful if you play it. Really fun, grab some friends, it's free, play it. Has a multiplayer. They redid a lot of the multiplayer stuff, so it has more additions than it used to. And the total value of all the games with gold is over $100.
Okay.
So, it's $100 worth of stuff they're giving you this month. Why
Right.
not try it out?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're giving you it's $100 for the stuff, but really it's $70 for Gears 5 and like and like $5 for all other ones.
If you paid $15 for Ultimate this month, you got $100.
Yeah, that's fair.
And whatever else you want to play. I say Gears 5 is probably the best. Gears 5 and Control are the two best games. I think as a consumer of video games, I think PlayStation has the higher value games inside of their bundle, but I will say that Xbox has the higher gross value.
Okay.
Like internally, I think Control is a way better game than all those, but externally, there's way more to play on Xbox, especially with Game Pass right now. They're adding more and more every week.
Okay.
All right. So, to the best part of our podcast.
What's this?
The shout-outs.
Shout-outs. Oh, shout-outs. Shout. Thank you, dude. Shout-out. You know what?
Anything that you've been doing interested? Oh, you can give me one. Come on. Okay.
No, she wants.
High five.
She wants pet. No,
Oh,
don't get out of
come
Come
on.
Close up. Shout-outs. You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna shout out Cinnamon this week. To be honest, because for some reason I was just extraordinarily down, and like when I get home, all I wanted to do was hang out with the dog. Like she honestly helped my mood like extraordinarily. Like, and sometimes I'm not necessarily one of those people that's like, oh, a pet like has such this emotional, but some reason this week it felt like I got recharged when I got home and hung out with the dog and played with her and whatever. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna shout out this
A
week.
companion, a friend. It's always nice to have that retrieval from the outside world.
Yeah,
Like,
it felt like I plugged in and got charged up.
yeah,
So
it's a simple way of happiness, knowing that you come home to something that's gonna be absolutely overjoyed to see you, and
Yeah.
you're the best part of her day. So like,
right. So it was probably about the way she feels normally. I've probably felt like that about this week at least for sure. So that was cool.
that's nice. I'd like to give a shout out to my roommate, best friend, Zach.
Snackaraya.
Snackaraya. He is more than a snack. He is a whole meal in himself. So in case anyone didn't pick up by this Matt here and probably seeing figures, he runs our D&D every Sunday.
Yeah, we play games and stuff.
Every Sunday he runs our D&D. And just this past week he started a villain night, so the D&D isn't really arduous for our villain character, people that play villains and whatnot. So
and he's choreographing probably close to like 10 plus people now doing that.
10 plus people. He has 4 people coming on villain night. He has 6 people that are regularly showing up on D&D Sundays, and on top of that, he creates figures with his 3D printer.
Yeah. Personally sculpts and paints.
Personally sculpts. He uses his own programs. Makes his own stories. Even though he's going off of a book right now, he does specific stuff for our group. He makes sure everything's even, fair, makes sure everyone has their chance to talk, and he orchestrates all of us numbskulls all the time with everything that we do.
Right.
And on top of that, he has just started another D&D like campaign with me and three of our other buddies. That's a space campaign right now.
That's probably sweet.
That he's doing on the side on top of that. You know, he never stops caring about what we're doing. Never makes it not entertaining for a second. And I just appreciate all the time he spends during the week building this stuff up, writing it, putting in effort towards our fun.
Yeah, he's basically making the epitome of a series of what we watch in anime. He's basically making that type of thing on the fly each time.
Yeah, and kudos to him. I don't have the mental resolve to even speculate how much effort it takes. Even though I see him day in and day out, like put the effort in there, like it is amazing to me.
Absolutely.
It is amazing all he does on top of doing stuff for our campaigns. I'd like to give him a big shout out.
For sure. Shout out to Zach.
Now to the last part of our podcast. what'd you learn this week? Is there something that you want to learn?
Um,
Or want to speak on?
what did I learn this week? It's something small, but I learned I never have wired a device or a switch up using threaded wire before, so I learned how it's took a quarter of a second, but it's something new that I learned. I learned how to properly strip the wire back and wrap it around and twist it the other way, so that way when it's drilled in or when it's screwed in, it doesn't fray up. Yeah, it took like a quarter of a second for me to learn that, but I had never used threaded wire on a device before, and it worked. And I got taught it, and that was cool. And I also wanted to give, you know what? I want to give one other side little shout out to myself. I passed my final exam through MSU's online electrical apprenticeship first year, and I think that was my big final. So I think I don't have to go back to school for another like 5 months.
Hey, that's
So that'd
good
be
news.
solid. Yeah.
That's really good news.
So I'm pretty sure
shout-out
I
to
don't
you.
have to. Next time I start back school, I will be starting as my second year apprentice classes.
Moving on up.
Moving on up.
Hey, it's good to see your
to
work,
the east side.
your hard work pay off.
Yeah. So and I passed with 85. So pretty
Hell
good.
yeah, you know.
Pretty good.
One thing that I don't want to say I've learned, but came up this week is that with this Wall Street thing, it kind of put into perspective how much of a difference, well, how much people have a difference in opinion on what equality is to achievement.
Yeah.
It's, you know, having opportunity to achieve stuff. Well, having opportunity is one of the things that people don't realize is out there. Well, is leverage. Like if someone having opportunity is like, well, not having opportunity and expecting success is like having the the recipe without the ingredients.
Right. That's fair.
That's one of those things that a lot of people don't get. Is that with your thing? It's like don't belittle an achievement just because the opportunity wasn't there. Like it's if I gave you $1 million and told you to be an electrician, probably would be a lot easier.
Absolutely.
But your effort that you put in there was the ingredients.
Right.
But that's one of those things that like never turn your nose up at an achievement, because whether or not you like to identify it or not, some people have the ingredients and the recipe,
Right.
and some people make the ingredients
And
and
then
follow the
figure
recipe.
out the recipe.
Yeah, and that's one of those things I'd like to throw out there. You know, and don't belittle yourself if you have an achievement whatsoever. Like,
Right.
don't have the keeping up with the Johnsons approach where you look over the fence and you're like, oh, he has this, and that.
Right.
Well, the person might add more opportunity.
Yeah.
So, you know, live in the moment. Be like, relish your success on every front, because if you live running after people or looking at what other people have, you can't appreciate your success.
Yeah. That's a good note. Honestly,
Yeah.
good note to end on.
All right. Well, hope everyone had a good week. This is Speak on It with Keenan Boys.
I'm Trevor.